So I know that this is going to be tough for a lot of Habs fans because these are two guys who were absolute fan favorites for years. Okay, Shea Weber, I mean, I know there was a lot of people when he was traded for PK Subban who were a little bit like, oh, why do we get this guy? Subban's younger, he's got more upside, this and that. But ever since he kind of stepped in, showed how calm, steady, stable, and a good leader he can be, he became the next captain of the Habs after Max Pacioretty. People just fell in love with him. And I've seen so many Weber jerseys all over the Bell Center for years now. People love Shea Weber, okay? And he's great in the community. So, I mean, people just love this guy. But we know that he most likely played his very last game in the NHL in the 2021 Stanley Cup Final against the Tampa Bay Lightning. He's most likely not coming back and playing in the NHL. We also know that near the trade deadline, there was almost, and it was very, very close, a deal to get Shea Weber out of Montreal, move his contract to the Arizona Coyotes, which would have been huge. In Arizona, that's where contracts go to die. Okay, think of guys like Andrew Ladd, Phil Kessel. That's where bad contracts go to die. It fell through, and look, you're going to have to give something up. If you want the Arizona Coyotes to take a contract of a guy that's big and he's not going to play again, you want to give something up, okay? So, I mean, you're going to have to. Arizona's going to want something. So, we'll see what they end up giving. As long as it's not too much, it's going to be absolutely worth it for the Habs to do this, okay? Because that's a lot of money off the books. Like, his contract is $7.8 million until 2025-26. I believe the Habs are only paying about $6 million of that because of Nashville, but still, that's a ton of money off the books that you could use in free agency and to sign upcoming guys like Cole Caufield, who's most likely going to get a lot of money. Okay, so that's something that definitely has to be looked at for the future of this Habs team, and especially with Carey Price making $10.5 million, Nick Suzuki's new contract. Like, you're going to need to do this. Gallagher's making big time money now. You're going to need to get rid of Shea Weber's contract, especially if he's not going to come back and play. It is essential. Go back to Arizona and get this done, Kent Hughes. Up next, Jeff PETRY. Now, this is a guy I've seen some people saying, hold on to him, he can have a bounce-back season, this and that. Look, this guy's days, they just seem numbered in Montreal. He doesn't seem to be a fit anymore. His attitude seemed pretty poor near the end there. He was doing some things in the media that were questionable. His play on the ice was hot garbage last season, so it's time. And right-hand shot defenseman with offensive upside and good defensive ability, trust me, even at his age, because PETRY's getting up there in age, you can still get a lot of good assets for that. And I understand you're selling low on a guy who was in the Norris conversation last season for a little bit, but look, it's the time here. You're moving the culture, you're moving the leadership group, you're turning the page to a new era of Montreal Canadiens hockey. This is one of the next moves that needs to get done. In my mind, Jeff PETRY cannot be a Montreal Canadien at the start of next season because you can actually get good assets for him. And the only way he stays a Hab is if you want him to raise his trade stock a little bit so you can sell him off for more a bit later on in the season, even maybe at the trade deadline. So that's very important, especially if the Habs want to go get somebody like Chris Letang, a good right-hand shot defenseman, basically PETRY on steroids on the free agent market. You got to get rid of him. So that's just another big step. That's two guys who, in my mind, absolutely, their money needs to be off the books from the Montreal Canadiens. We'll say $6 million from Shea Weber and Jeff PETRY, $6.25 million. That's so much money in NHL terms to be moving in any terms. That's so much money. So this is a lot of free money that you can have, not just for free agents, but to re-sign your star players like Cole Caufield, who's going to be commanding money after this upcoming season. So this is something that needs to get done in my mind, especially, again, not just for the money reasons, but for the culture reasons. Changing the page, leadership group, you're handing over the keys to Suzuki and Caufield here, saying, hey, you're the leaders of this team, you're the faces of this team, along with most likely Shane Wright and Gallagher. This is the new regime of Montreal Canadiens hockey. you got to take another step with that, okay? And you need to make room for Habs prospects in defense, because there's some good ones, to make some noise there. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Which one is more pressing? Probably I would, because you can make the argument Weber's more pressing because he's not playing. You need that money off the books as soon as possible. Or you could say, hey, for PETRY, you can get assets. You can get actual good stuff for him, so you need to trade him first. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. If you're new here, like, subscribe, comment. See you guys in the next one. Peace out.